Why are you fixing that chair?
Oh, you notice it's a bit loose?
Yeah, but you fixed it yesterday.
Hey Jess, you notice that the door isn't like perfect? I'm just gonna straighten it up. Four, 5, 8, 7.
You could always just paint the door.
Lockdown, Scott Brown here. In case you don't know what the lockdown is, it basically means that we can't work as builders because it's only essential work and you can only really go out for exercise and essential items like grocery shopping, things like that. So what that means for me is basically I can't go out and be a builder. And the odd thing is, that's only in Auckland. The whole of New Zealand is at level 2, except where I live in Auckland City. And as for how we've been coping with lockdown, it's waves, right? Good days and bad days. It started off well, we thought, oh great, the weather's nice, you know, cherry blossoms are out, some of the spring trees are coming out, all that kind of stuff. It made the walks a bit more pleasant. We got another one. What did the 0 say to the 8? That belt looks tight on you. And we had some stuff to catch up on. I had some videos that I'd already recorded and I didn't have time to edit, and then all of a sudden I had all day to edit. So I managed to get a couple of videos out, and then I did that Makita multi-tool video that you might have watched. And that was a fun video to make in lockdown because I had all this extra time to sort of really narrow in and learn more about the multi-tool. In that regard, that was great. And then after that, it kind of like got a little bit like, ugh, this sucks. As I sort of realized our situation and the fact that we can't build, and you know, like I said, you have good days and you have bad days.
Hi.
Probably can't hear me because of the wind, but how's the lockdown going, Jess?
Oh, it could be worse.
Could be worse?
Yeah. At least we live close to this.
So we experimented a little bit and we tried to play around with thumbnails and stuff that we don't usually have time for. I'm a big believer in just focusing on making good videos, but it's been fun to have a little bit of extra time to muck around with the thumbnails and stuff like that. 7, 6, 5. And then you quickly run over. I think it went.
You missed it. Let's go to your hand. Look like you're struggling.
I am.
I think you need to hold the main multi-tool a bit further forward.
Blurring into the background a bit. And of course, and things that really help us feel better, good coffee, delicious, delicious coffee, and good bread. Delicious, delicious bread. Look at that. We've been getting by with that and walks. Another one. Nice. The whole outbreak thing happened here in Auckland and it spread around the country a little bit, but not much. And that's why it's level 2 throughout the rest of the country, and while we're in the highest level, level 4. And if you look at this map here of New Zealand and the cases, I think this is either cases or locations of interest, but all the dots represent those places, and you can see we live roughly here, and as you can see, we're surrounded, and that's why we're stuck. But we're lucky. I mean, in some respects we're lucky because we're next to this water here, and our 5 kilometer radius is pretty nice. So Jess and I get to come to good spots like this, and it's just not being able to build. That's the hardest thing, man. Now I know that we're lucky being in New Zealand. We've been able to live relatively normal since the whole pandemic thing started. We had the level 4 like this at the start of last year when everybody else went into lockdown. And since then we've had a few little lockdowns, but most of the time it's been pretty normal. We've been able to work, we've been able to live normally, no masks, nothing. And then this recent outbreak, I guess, has sort of been a reminder that we are a part of the world. Being so far away from the rest of the world is both an upside and a downside. When I was younger, it was a downside because I couldn't go to Europe, I couldn't go to all these places without spending like $2,000 to $3,000. And then when we went to the UK eventually, we were so stoked that we could, for less than $100, we could go to like a dozen countries. It's not the case here in New Zealand. The closest place is maybe Australia, and it's quite expensive to fly there. And it's like 3 hours to fly there as well. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent, but the upside is in times like this, we feel like we're separate from the world. We feel like we're safer. But I think this recent Delta outbreak is a harsh reminder that we're not. And I think we all have to come to terms with that, and that's what's hard. Naughty doggos.
Yeah.
You bloody
That's alright, she's had an operation.
Oh no, I understand.
Oh no.
The bloody idiot that really set me off. Oh bless him, poor doggo.
Poor doggo.
Oh,
Hey buddy.
buddy, I want to pick up your ball, but we're not allowed. Do you mind if I pick up the ball? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Oh, am I holding it?
Yeah, you're holding it. You're gonna film me doing a kickflip. My much requested kickflip. All right, I'm gonna try, but it's been a while. Don't judge me.
Do a kickflip.
Does that count? Nope.
I give that a 6 out of 10.
Does that count?
Yeah, one more. Again.
We are getting ready for the daily update. I try not to watch every single one, you know, it gets a little bit dire, but it's good to know what's happening, and particularly today there's going to be an update about whether they're going to extend the lockdown or not, and we're kind of expecting them to extend it, right?
Yeah, I think they're probably going to extend it.
How are you feeling about it anyway?
To be honest, I'm over it.
Yeah,
I'm
for
over
sure.
it. Everyone's over it. Everyone in Auckland is completely over it. I feel like our life is on pause. Can't really make plans because we don't know when we'll be able to work, and I worry about our business, and yeah, but I'm focusing on the things that I can control. That's what's getting me through. So I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, I'm doing a lot of cooking.
Is this a plug? Is this a time for a
This is
plug?
actually a plug. No, it's not. You'll be wildly
Pop it down in the
disappointed.
description below.
There's very little Scott on it. It's mostly just cookies. Lots of cooking. Your walks, which I think you've mentioned.
Yeah.
Trying to like think of plans long term rather than short term. Yeah, just trying to focus on what we control, and that is not a lot at the moment, but those are the good days, I think. The days that we get out, we exercise, we focus on the things we can control, and when we're creative, like working on videos and that.
Yeah, totally.
But I'm over it.
I'm over it too. Let's find out our fate, shall we?
Alert level 4 has reduced the R value down to consistently below 1.
It's like insulation.
It has helped us get the outbreak under control. But as you will have seen in the last few days, we haven't quite finished the job yet. On that basis, and on the advice of the Director General of Health, Cabinet has agreed that Auckland will remain at level 4 until 11:59 p.m. next Tuesday, the 21st of September. That the rest of New Zealand will remain at alert level 2 until Tuesday, the 21st of September.
Alright, well there you have it. One more week. I expected 2 weeks. But then who knows what happens at that point. Depends on the cases and all the rest of it.
I'm not getting my hopes up.
Yeah, fair enough. But I know what I'm going to do now. Basically, I've got a bunch of offcuts of plywood and other things in the van. I'm going to use the scraps that I've got and build stuff. Or we could knock down some old stuff. Like we could smash apart some shelving and I could rebuild a better one.
Oh, I can't wait.
Let's end on a positive note. I've got another joke. We'll put that at the end there. I'll see you in the next exciting episode where I try and build stuff, despite the restrictions. Nice.